Most independent insurance agencies have spent the last 10 years optimizing quote speed. Quote turnaround in under 1 hour. Quote turnaround in under 30 minutes. Every agency management system tracks it. Every producer is measured on it, and the industry has gotten dramatically better at it. Here is the leak almost no agency dashboard tracks. Quote, speed is solved. Quote, follow-up is not. You issued the quote, you hit send, and then for the next 15 minutes the customer is looking at it, comparing, reading the line items, wondering whether to call back. That 15-minute window is where bind rate doubles or collapses, and almost no agency has a system for it. Quote to bind is a different funnel from quote to issue. Issuing the quote is the producer's job, and producers are good at it. Binding the quote is a follow-up job, and follow-up is the bandwidth-constrained part of an agency. The producer moves to the next quote. The quote that just went out sits in the customer's inbox. The customer either binds in the next 15 minutes, or they put it aside and comparison shop the next 2 days. The data on this is consistent across studies. The Velocify Lead Response Management Study, the Big Eyes Trusted Choice Surveys, the Bigfoot Customer Communication Index. Bind rate on a quote with no follow-up cites at roughly 22% across personal lines. Bind rate on a quote with a 15-minute follow-up touch sits closer to 40%, sometimes higher. Same quote, same customer, same product. Different cadence on the agency's end. Here is the math for a typical solo or small team P&C agency. 200 personal lines quotes per month. Auto, home, the standard mix. 22% bind rate, no follow-up cadence. That is 44 bound policies per month. 528 policies per year, 22% versus 40%. With a 15-minute follow-up cadence layered on top of the same quote volume. 40% of 200 quotes is 80 bound policies per month. 960 per year. Same quote volume. Plus 430 bound policies a year. From the same quotes you were already issuing. Plus 430 bound policies on a $1,200 average annual premium. At 12% producer commission is $60,000 of additional first-year commission. And insurance commissions renew. Year 2 pays again. Year 3 pays again. Across a 5-year average policy life, the same incremental cohort generates closer to $200,000 of cumulative commission from the same quotes the agency was already issuing. The cost of running a 15-minute follow-up cadence is about $300 per month per agency, tooling, AI drafting, SMS delivery, $3,600 per year, against $60,000 to $120,000 of additional commission. The return on investment is somewhere between 15 and 30 times per producer. What active 15-minute follow-up actually looks like. 5 touches across 7 days, declining frequency. 15 minutes after the quote. Short, specific, by SMS or email depending on customer preference at intake. 1 hour after. A clarification on a single line item, the quote highlighted. 24 hours. A comparison frame against last year's premium or a bundle option. 72 hours. A check-in with the producer's direct number. 7 days. Final closeout before the quote expires. Each touch references the customer's specific quote, not generic templates. Same operational lesson the listing side video covered last week. Personalization beats frequency. 5 touches that reference the customer's specific quote, and household convert better than 10 generic ones. The make or break variable is whether the customer feels you remember their actual file, not whether they hear from you on schedule. The Peace Insurance principles worry about compliance. NAIC Model Regulation 870 says unlicensed assistants cannot give substantive coverage advice in writing. State DOIs enforce it. The Telephone Consumer Protection Act governs SMS consent. Write concerns. Shadow mode addresses each one. The AI drafts every follow-up message, pulled from the quote file, the customer's intake preferences, the producer's voice. The licensed producer reviews each draft before send. Sub 1 minute review. Producer stays on license. Agency stays compliant. SMS only fires when the customer consented to it at intake. If you want to put a dollar number on the quote-to-bind gap in your own pipeline, we built a free insurance audit. 8 questions, 5 minutes, runs in your browser. Your inputs never leave the browser. The math runs locally. You get $1 per year delta breakdown across the 4 leak sources we see most often in solo and small team agencies. Quote, follow-up, renewal nurture, after-hours intake, and household upsell. Take the insurance audit at ggo.ai/insurance/audit. Free 3-month pilot for solo and small team agencies. Capacity for 2 more this quarter. Link in the description. It is an audit, not a pitch. If the number is small, we say so. If it is large, we show you exactly where.